The Fortnite Competitive subreddit has almost 600,000 people waiting for a World Cup, aka members. However, only 11 posts a day. So what happened? The year was 2019. One Reddit user, our hero, user Richard Sweat, was navigating the sea of aim assist posts when he saw an island glowing in the distance. His eyes lit up. Good content. He'd finally made it. Every stroke was like paddling through mud, but instead of mud, it was posts of users dick riding Tfue. He pushed on and made it to the land. He was exhausted, passed out. When Richard Sweat woke up, the sun was beating down on him. Naturally, he lived up to his name and reputation. In the distance, a hint of intelligent life, a sign. As Richard, Dick for short, approached the sign, the wording became clearer. Home of the careers made by r/Fortnite Competitive. At that moment, Richard had a feeling he was being watched by the inhabitants of the island. He slowly turned around and was greeted by 6 incredibly handsome, almost Giga Chad level figures. It was the Made by Reddit crew. Hey, that's you two, come on, get back in. Richard, in dire need of some good competitive Fortnite content, asked the only question he could muster up the energy for. Where's the content, bruh? Before passing out. When Richard woke, he was back in his boat. The striking young gentlemen were nowhere to be seen. The good content was just a dream. He was once again surrounded by aim assist posts. This was the state of the r/Fortnite Competitive subreddit in 2019 to 2020. However, it was also the time where the sub was the most active. You may think this peak here is from the Fortnite World Cup. Surely that's the time where the Fortnite Competitive subreddit had the highest amount of discussion. No, actually, that was here. This peak you're looking at in August 2019 is the time of the mechs. When sorting the most upvoted posts of all time on this sub, the top 6 posts are all discussions, many use the term discussions very loosely, about the mechs. Now there was a lot to be annoyed about in Season X, trust me. These things had no counter, were clearly not competitive, and even the casuals didn't enjoy them. But the sheer volume of complaints unveils the nature of this subreddit to us a little clearly. Most people go on there just to complain. In fact, out of the most upvoted posts of all time, you have to scroll down to number 30 to get to a gameplay clip that is not a complaint. SPG said it best, r/Fortnite Competitive in a nutshell. Post 1, complains about something. Post 2, tells people to stop complaining about the thing. Post 3, explains why it's okay to complain about the thing. Post 4, totally irrelevant to comp. And post 5, good content. And then the cycle restarts. It didn't help that most of the pros and competitive community publicly swore off r/Fortnite Competitive and never used it. Please shut down r/Fortnite Competitive. Fuck r/Fortnite Competitive dog subreddit. All this talk about genetics, but the people who 100% will never make it are the people who use r/Fortnite Competitive. Now sure, there may have been a lot of hate from the pro community, but that doesn't mean there weren't good posts. Fortnite hosting Booga playing Counter-Strike. Comedian Hassan Minhaj demonstrates how to actually be funny in regards to Booga's win. Yeah, there was a lot of Booga posts. When you try to use the tack.
15, 2, 37, 43, 33.
Season 9 leak. The release of Epic's 90s cranking bot. The highlight of the World Cup. The guy who ate a PlayStation gift card because Epic added a no building zone. And of course, a post that made Keemstar call everyone on Fortnite Competitive virgins. Okay, so this one requires a little bit of explanation. Keemstar used to host Friday Fortnite. It was massive at the time, tons of viewers, and a lot of that was because of the fact that he ended up taking some of the biggest streamers from the time, not necessarily the biggest pro players. So when Keemstar started looking for new players to join in, 100 Thieves Kenneth, Season Elevate's manager at the time, posted a screenshot showing that they had qualified for the Fortnite World Cup. You know, clearly an accolade deserving of being invited to a tournament like this. Not if you're Keemstar. This stat means nothing. Show me your average stream viewers. This is Friday Fortnite, not the Olympics. Now, of course, this goes onto the competitive Reddit, titled The Gnome Strikes Again. You'd think, potentially, Keemstar would go, you know what, I'm wrong here. These guys probably deserve an invite. Of course, he's not a logical thinking man. So this was the tweets that followed. Overall community reaction, smiley face. Fortnite competitive virgins on Reddit. Angry face, crying face. Read this post from 9 days ago from these nerds. Major L for r/Fortnite Competitive. The comments are priceless. Despite the mess of posts, there were cleanup attempts. BallOTW attempted to pull together the creators of the time to flood the sub with high quality posts in a fight against the low quality posts. On the post in question, a comment said it beautifully. It's funny how Balla can post these, and this will not be the top post. And it's because half of the sub does not want competitive content, they just want a place to bitch about the game. This post ended up getting 3k upvotes, so Balla won this battle, but ultimately lost the war. My guy Resprit was so sick of the complaints that he created a new subreddit called r/Inside Fortnite that covered analysis and tips and tricks. Similar to Fortnite Competitive, unfortunately there's not much activity on this sub anymore. I even became a mod on r/Fortnite Competitive so I could help clean up the posts and started posting short informative videos to help dilute the pool with some quality content. This is actually what started my YouTube content career, but I too, like everyone else, got tired of the complaints and of course, the toxicity. The first Google result I could find shows a study that finds roughly 1 in 7 Reddit users are responsible for toxic content. For r/Fortnite Competitive, I'd say that number was more like 8 out of 7. The state of this Reddit community is embarrassing. A post by Duck showing a user attempting to post some useful content, and well, you can see the responses. You're terrible. Mute your mic. Nobody once hears you shitty membrane keyboard and work on your edits more than your shitty strat which works against dumb players. God tier grammar from Suck My Toes Ho. Unfortunately, this kind of toxicity has driven a lot of people away from the sub. I used to be a daily user too ever since the World Cup qual weeks. The place is dead, and whenever someone actually tries to post something, they just get abused by commenters. Another post by SBG sharing an episode of his podcast where he interviewed Levin2k, which has some great insights on the Fortnite competitive landscape, but I'll look at the comments. Outside of Krista Lele, sorry if I get the name wrong, this person's the GOAT. These are just 2 examples, but this runs rampant over the entire sub. I mean, it's Reddit though, you kind of have to expect it. There's studies on how toxic this place is. It's always been hard to find good posts on r/Fortnite Competitive, but is that really the only reason why the sub has become so inactive? With almost 600k subscribers, you'd think there'd be more than 11 posts a day. If we look at the trend lines of posts per day, there was around 200 to 300 posts every single day until November 2019. Of course, with a massive peak of around 700 per day in August 2019 due to the max. November 2019 till September 2020 had around 150 to 200, and then from October 2020 till current date, it's gone down from 100 a day to roughly 10. If we overlay the Google Trends for Fortnite, you can also see a clear correlation between the two. Unfortunately, 2022 has been not a great year for Fortnite, and unfortunately this has been reflected in the activity on the Fortnite Competitive subreddit as well. In 2022, to be completely honest, I feel like r/Fortnite Competitive is in one of the best spaces it's been in for a long time. Mainly because the people who remain are actually the people who care about Fortnite Competitive. Major props to people like iTrofa, Changing Crisis, Zenko, SBG, and the mod team, there's many more, sorry if I forget you, for keeping the discussions going.